I have two kinds of protein going in. I have Spam.
Spam? Honestly, she's using Spam.
And I'm just tossing my frozen peas in here.
Oh no, not peas. Not again. Today we're going to be seeing 3 different types of egg fried rice on Epicurious. This should be good. And actually, I don't know why Uncle Roger hasn't seen this video yet. So, let's review it before he does. If you are new to the channel, my name is James Makinson. I've been cooking for many years in the United States, in England, in France, and also here in Spain. Be sure to check out my website and of course my culinary course, which I made one not that long ago. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future content, because that is important, so you know every single time I post. Now, let's get started.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm a level 1 chef.
I'm Lorenzo, and I'm a level 2 chef.
Hi, I'm King. I'm a chef instructor at the Institute of Culinary Education, and I've been a chef for 20 years.
We have Emily cooking today with Lorenzo, and Chef King, he is new.
This is my hangover fried rice, basically. I would love to level up someday, but this is not the recipe that's gonna get me there.
I was born eating fried rice. Just a fun combo that you can really kind of mess up and still be good.
I think Jamie debunked that statement a few years ago with his egg fried rice, but still, there are levels. I mean, you know, you can mess up a little bit. It's just messing it up so much is another thing.
This is our day-old long grain rice that we'll be cooking today.
So what I have here is just your standard Uncle Ben's type of rice. I'm going to mix it with water. So I'm gonna bring this rice to a boil. Go, go, go. I'm gonna cover this up and bring it down to a simmer now. And I'm just gonna leave it 10-ish minutes, and my rice is cooked. Look at that.
God, she's even cooking the rice. She's not using pre-packaged rice. I'm not trying to pick on Jamie, all right? I'm not, but I mean, Jamie did use packaged, pre-cooked, pre-made rice with his video, and he didn't need to. It's easy. It just takes a few minutes and a bit of water in a pot. That's it.
I have two kinds of protein going in. I have Spam.
Spam? Honestly, she's using Spam. Spam is not my first choice to be using for egg fried rice. It really isn't.
So this is Spam. Sort of like a pork cold cut. I'm gonna slice it up to put into my fried rice. So I've got some bigger chunks, and then I'm gonna make these ones some smaller chunks. A little Spam surprise in every bite. There.
Spam is very popular in Hawaii. When I lived over there, I mean, you could see people using Spam for Spam sandwiches, for everything, even probably for egg fried rice. And Spam was very popular during World War II as well, because it was easy to transfer, it was easy to transport, and it held for a long amount of time. The only thing is, it is high in fat, and it's not the healthiest option if you're looking to actually use meat with anything. Some people love it. So if you love it, that's fine. It's just that Spam is like a big, nope.
Today, I have 10 jumbo shrimp.
Take the heads off, the tails off. I just like to squeeze the end and pull it off in one shot.
These are really plump and yummy.
We are gonna also devein them. We're gonna put that in there. We're not gonna eat that. And our shrimp are clean.
Chef King is deveining the shrimp exactly how I have shown how to do it in several of my videos. Very good, because if you do it like Chef King is doing, you're not going to be butterflying the shrimp. And I would suggest a toothpick or a very thin skewer so you don't destroy the shrimp.
Put a little lemon juice in it. I'm just marinating it slightly.
Lorenzo is basically making ceviche. I mean, if he added enough acid to this, then the acid will start to denature the shrimp and start to cook it, basically. Also, I actually do have one recipe for ceviche on YouTube. I need to make more. I don't know why I haven't. I love ceviche. I could eat it like every day if I could.
2 cloves of garlic. Add like salt and pepper to it and crush it. Now let's add this delicious sesame oil. And I have dill.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought dill with fried rice. It's just never occurred to me to mix dill with fried rice. It probably does work. Dill is a very useful herb, and well, dill normally goes with salmon. Normally when you make things like either gravlax or you're curing salmon, you typically add dill to that, and it adds a lot of flavor to it. It's very pungent, fresh dill, but delicious.
Mix this all together. It smells really good. And there you go. Marinated shrimp.
I have eggs. This is really not for beginners.
I am just going to crack 6 eggs.
It's a complicated procedure.
Am I gonna attempt a ninja? Am I gonna attempt the ninja? Yes!
That was tough.
Pepper. Salt. And I'm just gonna whisk this.
You can do as they're doing by mixing the yolk and the whites together, which is fine. Or you could try Chef Wong Gong's method on making egg fried rice. He actually separates the yolks from the whites and cooks them separately, which is a technique that if you haven't tried it, you should definitely do so.
And these are my proteins for my fried rice.
Now, this is easy peasy. This is Chinese sausage, which is so delicious, my gosh.
We're gonna cut this in small rings. It's cooked. I could take a bite out of this if I wanted to.
I'm gonna use it as a topping.
Next up, we're gonna cut our chicken, slice it around the same size as our shrimp and our sausage.
Okay, vegetables.
Veggies. That's Uncle Roger's worst nightmare.
The scallion I'm really only going to use as a topping at the end, but I'm chopping it up now because now's as good a time as any. Seize the day, carpe diem.
For the sauteing of my vegetables, I like using these bottom portions.
Green onions, spring onions, or scallions. It's a good idea to add them last, and typically they're used for garnish.
Are my knife skills incredible? Yes.
Just a little fancy. It's nice to have it a little fancy sometimes.
For the garnish, we're just gonna use the green
Tops
tops of the
of the
scallion.
scallions.
A slice on the bias and nice and thin.
And this will just be that pretty little accent on the top of the darn dish.
Last time I mentioned Jamie, I promise, but in his egg fried rice video, if you guys haven't seen it, you should, he actually added the green onions first to the frying pan instead of adding it later as garnish. And if you do that, you can lose that greenness. It can actually turn brown on you.
I'm just gonna chop off a little limb here. Peel this carefully. Grate my ginger. And we've got our ginger. I have some frozen peas.
We've got delicious, crunchy water chestnuts. Let's do garlic.
I'll just take my chef's knife and just smash.
Slice it up, chop it up a little bit.
I have some minced garlic, which I had already pre-minced.
I like the smashed garlic a little better because if you slice this too small, the little pieces of garlic will burn. And there's our garlic.
Chef King is right about this. If you cut the garlic too small, either too thin or you mince it, and you put it in a very hot pan, it can burn literally in under 30 seconds. So this is why I have seen a few Asian chefs actually use dehydrated garlic, because apparently dehydrated garlic doesn't burn as quickly with high temperature. So you can actually like really get that nice wok hei, like Uncle Roger likes to talk about, without the worry of burning your garlic.
Do I have to peel this carrot?
I never do. I really never do. I just wash it. It's fine. Easy prep.
Carrots are difficult. They're so tiny and rolly. Something that makes life a lot easier is to cut things in half so you have a flat surface so that they don't roll around.
Huh? Emily actually gave a good piece of advice. If any time that you're cutting, like say, courgettes, aubergine, eggplant, or zucchini, and they roll on you, you can either cut off a corner so they're flat and then you can cut it, or you can cut them in half and then chop them.
Oh, did she just give good advice? Damn. I'm gonna watch this back and be like, Emily, you gotta work on your knife skills.
A little thinner because I want to cook evenly with everything else.
And I think we're just about ready to go here.
And then I have green beans cut maybe 3 times in the bias. And I have, oh, wow, I love mushrooms. These are pretty big, so all I'm gonna do is cut this in half. Now, our Napa cabbage, I'm just gonna slice it up, boom, boom, and
Onion.
For me, that's a staple of fried rice.
We are gonna actually just use half of it.
Egg fried rice is easy. You can use an onion if you have it. If you have a shallot, it's a little better. Shallots have more flavor. Basically, a shallot is in between garlic and an onion, and they have a lot of flavor.
Onions kind of give me gas, so I undershoot a little, you know? Shh, don't tell.
Follow the lines of the onion and just slice right along with the onion.
Really putting me to work today.
Easy.
And there's our onions.
So I've got my onion all chopped.
The edamame has already been shelled, so those are ready to go. And we have our vegetables.
So let's go, folks. Let's do it.
The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook all of my stuff together, make some fried rice.
I'm gonna cook our rice in a wok. We're gonna use canola
Oil. And I put in my butter.
And then I'm going to put my onions and carrots.
and garlic.
I like to start off with the egg. Don't worry if it gets browned a little bit, it's delicious.
There's a fine line between toasty and burn. We don't want burn, we want toasty.
I'm liking Chef King. He is giving excellent advice. Really good advice.
I have a tendency tendency to accidentally burn things because I don't have a great sense for cooking. Go figure. They're starting to get a little brown and translucent and yummy looking.
Okay, you look fantabulous.
I'm gonna toss in with my garlic and my ginger and my Spam.
Honestly, Spam would not be my first choice to make this with egg fried rice. It just wouldn't be. If you want to use other things with egg fried rice, you can. Yeah, it's not like, you know, you just have to make it this way. No, it's not like that. Do whatever you want at home. This is what you should do.
A little bit more vegetable oil. We're gonna get our Chinese sausage.
We're gonna build more flavors into that.
You have to poke it a little bit whenever you make sausages.
We want that fat to flavor the onions, to flavor the garlic, which in turn will flavor everything else we put in here.
Chef King is giving Frank a run for his money. What I mean by that is Frank normally does a really good job, and Frank is always on Epicurious, and Chef King is doing an excellent job. Also, Frank, if you're watching, or if anyone watching this knows Frank personally, please let him know. I would love to cook with him, I really would. And of course with Chef Saul, he's hilarious, and Lorenzo. I would love to cook with all three of them, and hopefully, one day, we can make that happen.
And now you can see the juices bubbling inside.
Chicken takes a while to cook, so let's put some chicken in there.
My sausage that's already been cooled. Just to be fancy, we're just gonna cut it on an angle. Okie doke. Chinese sausage is prepped.
This is starting to look really delicious. I'm getting a lot of ginger in terms of the smell.
Now we're gonna say hello to the
Shrimp.
It's been marinating a little bit because I have lemon juice. You can make it rubbery if you overcook it. So stay here, don't leave your pan. Just watch these guys.
My biggest problem when it comes to cooking is that I'm incredibly impatient.
Yeah, well, a lot of chefs are also impatient too, like very impatient. That's why we work so fast in the kitchen. We have to get things done now.
All of you, look, it's not about, it's not about that! He's trying to propose to his future fiancée.
Chef.
Move, Louis!
Yes, chef.
And make them break up before they even fucking get married.
And you can see the shrimp changing now from that opaque color. They're starting to turn pink, which means they're getting cooked.
That smells really good, you guys.
We haven't reached that point yet where you can smell through the videos, but you soon will.
Anyone else is a Star Trek fan? Maybe one day we will be able to actually smell what we're watching on a video. I hope so. But I do have to admit, I think one day we will have like a replicator what they had in Star Trek.
I'd like me a thick Kansas City steak and some country fried potatoes and a mess of greens. Oh, hell, just forget all that and give me a martini straight up with 2 olives.
And if anyone could get a patent on that to actually work, they'd be worth more than probably every single company there is today combined. I mean, it would change everything.
I'm gonna take it out. And if you think I didn't cook it enough, it is still cooking in this lovely jubbly bowl. So, this was a big half onion. I'm just gonna put these guys in. Oh, hello, red pepper flakes. Put the green onions in, my garlic, sesame oil, shiitake mushrooms, water chestnuts, a little salt, little pepper, Napa cabbage, rice wine vinegars. Everything is pretty much cooked down.
Lorenzo's doing good, but he is using a lot of vegetables. So if you're making like a lot, this is okay. But so many vegetables in the pan, it can be a little difficult unless you saute them individually to get like that wok hay. Otherwise, they're going to be boiling, especially with mushrooms, because the mushrooms contain a lot of moisture.
Let's go in with our rice.
Rice. I'm gonna add some garlic powder and also a little bit of salt.
Maybe not the ideal rice for this situation, but it is better than nothing.
Let's let this get hot again.
And I'm just tossing my frozen peas in here.
Oh no, not peas, not again. I kept my promise, it was the last time I mentioned anyone's name.
And you are going to go right in this. I'm just mixing it together.
We're gonna put a little oil in here, and I'm just gonna crack
For
our
eggs, half. It'll also be my topping for later.
Mix our egg.
Oh, Chef King is doing exactly the method that I have talked about in numerous videos, that sometimes you don't have to actually cook the eggs off first or last, but what you can do is create a little hole in the center, make sure that you have enough oil so it doesn't stick to the pan, and add the eggs to the center and then work them in your egg fried rice. So again, it's another method. It's not right, it's not wrong. It's just another version or another way of doing it.
Let's throw in some of our edamame beans.
The sauces that I have here are
Sesame oil, not too much, just a little bit.
because it is pretty potent.
A little bit of
Soy sauce. We're gonna eyeball it, you guys.
And this is rice vinegar. And I'm just gonna mix those up.
Oyster sauce, love this stuff.
I'm going to add my eggs in. I'm gonna try and get the egg kind of all over everything as much as I can because the egg makes everything delicious. The egg does a lot of the hard work of this fried rice.
Well, I think the pan actually does most of the work, doesn't it? And whoever's cooking the egg fried rice.
Now, hello, lovely juices. Wow, 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 wow. Yowzer, folks. Now, in you go. Warm it through. Don't need to cook ya.
And one of my secret weapons, crab paste. A little bit goes a long way.
I think this is just about done.
I've got fried rice.
That's our fried rice.
I'm just gonna plate it and add some toppings now.
Did I just see a bottle of ketchup next to Emily? I mean, I see some sriracha, but ketchup in egg fried rice? I wouldn't add ketchup. Personally, I've never added ketchup to rice.
My delicious Spam and egg fried rice.
Get a little bit of everything. Green beans.
Those jewels of shrimp and sausage and chicken. We're gonna hit it now with our Japanese mayo.
You use a little sriracha. Yeah.
Now, I take a little bit more egg. Yum, yum. My Chinese sausage, delicioso.
Furikake, seaweed, sesame seeds, and this one has bonito flakes, which is a smoked fish shaved really thin.
Bonito flakes? Really? Bonito is a Spanish word, and here in Spain, you can literally go to any grocery store, Dia, Cabrabo, Mercadona, and you will find bonito or bonito del norte. Also here, if you're shopping and you see some like ventresca de atún, get it. It's normally more expensive, but it's worth it, especially if you want to make like a salad with it or anything.
There you go, folks.
You know me, I'm gonna put a little ketchup on the side, but you don't have to do that. This is my fried rice for when you're feeling broke, hungover, or just when you want it.
And this is my fried rice.
And this is my fried rice.
Right, judgment time. Let me know down below, guys, who do you think did the best? Was it Emily? Was it Lorenzo? Or was it Chef King? Let's just forget for a moment that Emily used ketchup, okay? And Spam. And Uncle Ben's rice.
It just sings.
Typically, to be humble, it'd be an 8-ish. I'm giving myself a 10. Why not?
You know, that mouthfeel from the shrimp, from the crab paste. You taste every little component in there, which is great. I'm gonna have another bite.
First of all, I have to say that Emily, she was funny. Emily is funny. She's quite a character. Lorenzo is also a character, and Chef King had some excellent advice. A lot of the things that he did, I would recommend. This is one of those videos where I honestly think that amateur home cook and chef are pretty much in that order. I think that Chef King did the best, Lorenzo did second best, and Emily did third best. Not to mean that she did horrible, no, she did good. And she was funny, she really was. Let me know down below, guys, if you have tried any of these egg fried rice recipes of theirs. And of course, your idea on who did the best. Until next time, take care. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, well, the like button as well, so you don't miss out on any future content. And of course, if you have any questions or suggestions on what to review next or what to cook, then let me know in the comments down below. Until then, take care.
Gozando la vida es más que suficiente.